Okay, here's the deal. I've had a couple conversations this week about adults and honesty and how damn difficult that seems to be for people these days. And it spans all generations. So it's not like a millennial thing. It's not like a baby boomer, my parents' generation thing. It's not like Gen X. It's everyone all across. It's like, I've had some real heart to hearts, and really it's more like bringing my heart out and just saying, this is who I am. This is what I know that I value in life and what I know that I need in my relationships. And then kind of asking, can you show up for that? Or are you on the same page? Or where are you at? And it is so interesting to me how much that simple disclosure makes people squirm. And some people, not all people, obviously. My circle of people, we just spill honesty and like the raw, the real. We're not trying to hide anything, or be anything we're not. So, but just outside that circle, sometimes I'm like, do people not do this? And of course they don't. I didn't for 10 years, That's how I was able to stay in an abusive marriage while I was in full-time ministry with my husband, or he was in full-time ministry and I was there with him, but and there's so many residual problems that come from not practicing honesty every single day. And you practice being honest about who you are in every single conversation you have, whether it's with a telemarketer or some spam caller or your kids or your spouse or your parents, or your friends. Like, you truly either show up as yourself and you say, this is who I am. I'm going to be real and honest with you about my highs and all that I'm excited about and believe in myself and you and other in the world, and my lows and what I struggle with in my dark areas. Or you skirt around them and you hide from them and you hide them from other people, and living in that shadow and that darkness in the scared parts of your heart and soul. That's a playground for disaster. That's where addiction and depression and anxiety and isolation and loneliness and suicide and abuse thrive. That's where they grow. That's where they're birthed, out of that hiding and trying to be something you're not. So obviously this week we're going to be talking about honesty. It's probably, I am like, I told somebody this week, I have an elite level of honesty. I am like, full truth as soon as it becomes the truth, or as soon as you're aware that it is the truth. It's gotta be lived or shared. So sometimes it's not, we don't always need to spill all our truth to everyone. But in those close, intimate relationships, you're gonna need to share your truth as soon as you know it's the truth. And we'll talk about this later this week, but I think one of the biggest problems and the reason that this dishonesty, or living this, imbalance of being real and authentic, is because we cannot even look at ourselves honestly. We cannot take an honest account of where we're at, what we're frustrated with about ourselves, and the bed we've made. So I'm going to, again, talk a little bit more about this. And I recently wrote an article about being a chameleon, the type of person that forms into whatever the person in front of them desires most. And that's how I lived my life for most of my life, being a chameleon and just being what everybody else wanted me to be, with like still a strand of myself and my feisty personality and stuff. But So we'll expand on that some more. So stay tuned and share all your thoughts and comments and experiences with me. All right, talk soon.